I guess I could break you out of jail.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered...
Most bro friendship. It really is. I love their friendship.
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
What about the space-time continuum?
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How about paying good lawyer? Damn, didn't even think of that. I mean, he's already set to be released. The issue is that after he gets released, he gets gunned down by the mob. Where can I find your younger self?
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
Ew.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my
Young
younger
Doc,
self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
I was talking about this while I was playing Fortnite. This is my headcanon for why are Doc and Marty friends, right? I feel like that's like a bit of a question people have. I like that Back to the Future never answers it, and it lets you just come to your own conclusions, because you don't need to know why they're friends. The story starts, they're friends, the rest of the story happens. You already accept the premise. I think it's great. But if you want a reason for why they're friends, I like to believe it's because of these events here. Is that, Marty, we're about to go find Doc, who is 17 in this time. And we're going to lie to him about who we are. We're not going to say, I'm Marty McFly from the future. We're going to be like, I'm Harry Callahan. I like to think that, we kind of form this bond with him a little bit. We become friends with him when we're around the same age. But when Doc ages and he meets Marty in the, whatever time he normally meets Marty, it's like they already have this bond. They're already grooving, they're already vibing, and they already get along, right? That's my feeling. We want to go to soup kitchen. There we go.
McFly!
Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for...
Yeah, I feel like this game establishes that, all of Marty's ancestors, they either look like him or they look like his dad. There's no other options, right?
Some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river.
I
You
hope all is well
wouldn't
with you
want that,
too.
would
We're in the 30s.
Would you?
No, of
Trying to figure out
course
how to
not,
bust
kid.
Doc out of jail.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it.
No.
Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Quick quiz chat. What's 2 plus 2? Don't use your fingers. So, yeah, we're trying to... Oop. Get rid of the... Where's the phone book? Do we need to ask for one? Haven't counted that high before. You'll get there. I believe in you.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, I don't... I guess we don't need the phone book. We've got the number. What am I talking about?
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who, may I say, is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
I feel like Doc's family being kind of wealthy, it does make a little bit of sense because in the first movie, which I did just watch recently, I haven't watched the other two to bring out factoids out my bum so easily, but in the first movie, Doc says something about, like, I've spent my life and a lot of my family's, fortune on, building the time machine, right? So it makes sense that he's got butlers and whatever, I guess. Anyway, he's over at the courthouse. Let's go. Conveniently, the courthouse is nearby, right? It's right over there. Local Back to the Future encyclopedia. I was talking about it with my family and when I was over for dinner and they were like, let's watch Back to the Future 1. And I was like, hell yeah. But, not 2 and 3. They don't like 2. I was like, I kind of get it, but I don't think you should skip 2. I feel like 2 is probably the weakest of the 3, but... Whoa. There he is.
Touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Brown.
It doesn't even stay consistent in the one
Now, please
episode.
get out of my way. I have important
Which fake name he
business to
uses.
transact. Naturally, H2A multiplied by
Right.
the
So he's gonna be...
I don't know. What am I missing here?
He's gonna be mumbling to himself for a while, kind of walking back and forth. But I actually just remembered that I wanted to talk to, the doc that we know. I wanted to talk to him and get the lore on the time machine, I wish I could speed up running while also having the precision of WASD, but yeah, so let's go back over to the... Cause I want to get the lore. I want to get the lore on why is the DeLorean back? Because he does have an answer, and I found it amusing.
Doc.
The first time I played this game, I found it amusing that they did come up with an explanation. I found your notebook.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell him.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
I met your younger self.
Well, I met your younger self.
Great.
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Your younger self sure mutters a lot.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless...
I never mutter, he
Expo.
says, muttering.
Expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, It was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Okay, well,
Let's talk about your younger
I
self's
think this
problems
is
later.
kind of solving the
Okay, but
puzzle
don't
that's
forget,
going on
we're
right
on a
here.
bit of a deadline
But I want law. I don't want I don't want to solve the puzzle just yet.
Marty, how goes the escape plan?
I want the law. Where have you been?
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
Ooh. How's the family?
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer in 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? Miss you, bro. Miss you too, bro. Yeah, they're cute.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Griff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
It's for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original, plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
See, obviously that's like, it's an excuse. It's an excuse to put the DeLorean back into the game. But I understand it, right? Because the train, as cool as it is, it's a bit clunky to be having in a game. Whereas the time machine, it's iconic, it's original. It's a fun excuse, We wanted to do more timeline shenanigans in Back to the Future the game, so we got to bring the time machine back. And the excuse that in Back to the Future 2, when the time machine is struck by lightning, it creates a duplicate. Sure. I don't mind. Anyway. About your younger self.
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
I don't know, maybe I need to talk to him first, though.
Let's
I feel
talk
like
about
it's
your
a
younger
bit...
self's problems later.
I feel like I'm
Okay,
sequence
but
breaking.
Don't forget, we're on a bit of a
Because I didn't really try to
deadline
talk to the younger self first, so let me go do that. Okay.
Or do we take
Hello.
this?
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
What are you doing?
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Is this the one that's canon? It's canon to me. It's canon in my heart. Yes. I hear you're working on a rocket drill.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
So, yeah, we don't know too much about Doc's family, family history in the movies. Like I said, he does mention a family fortune, but the game invents this idea that Doc's father was a judge and wanted him to be a lawyer too, and Doc was doing a rebellion by doing science and said, I feel like that makes perfect sense for his character. I feel like
Doc.
I accept it as canon. About your younger self.
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
He says he's not a scientist.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
How can I get him to trust me?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Why is the expert making you mutter?
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working
Right.
on some impossible problem.
We've
in an
all been
attempt
there.
to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?